Hey guys, I'm back. Just wanted to do a quick little video, a short one. I'm gonna try and keep this short. But I just wanted to do a little video and talk for a few minutes on inner healing. Like, what is it? What is inner healing? What does it look like? This inner healing ministry. Um, as you know, or as you've seen, I've created an inner healing ministry page. Um, but I think there's probably a lot of questions around it and like, what even is it? What is it? What does it look like? Who needs it? Do I need it? Is this something I would benefit from? And so I just wanted to do a short, quick kind of video. And if you have any questions at all in any capacity, don't hesitate to reach out. Feel free to ask. You can do it through my Instagram, through my Facebook Messenger app, through my regular account, my just regular Facebook account, or through my Inner Healing Ministry account, whatever way you want. And I would be happy to answer any questions that you have. So, Inner Healing Ministry, what is it and what does it look like? So, basically, from the time that you're born until current, we all run into things that happen in our lives that create trauma. And it can be on any scale, from the tiniest, smallest thing that you could consider trauma. Maybe it's just like you were a little kid, I don't know, your dad came home from work and you were so excited to see him. You ran over and you're like, yay, you're so excited. Dad's home from work or whatever. And he was like, not now. I need time. Like, and it shut you down. It could be something as simple as that and that created, what that spoke to you in your heart. It could be something as little as that, but it could be as large as, being abused, being sexually abused. It could be, it could be a whole range of things that could be way more, on higher scale, I guess you could say. But trauma is trauma, okay? Trauma is trauma. And the thing about it is that it affects your heart. It affects the lens in which you see life and how you function and operate out of that, how it affects your relationships with people. It affects your relationships with your family, with your spouse, your friends. It influences and affects how you look at life and how you view people. And when your heart is fragmented and broken because of trauma, what happens is the enemy finds every little opportunity he can to come in. And as soon as you've experienced any kind of trauma in your life, loss, abuse, any kind of brokenness, it can be so many different things. Soon as that happens, the enemy comes in to lie to you. He lies to us in our pain and in our trauma, because he wants us to stay stuck in it, and he wants it to carry over into our adult years and into our every aspect of our life, into our relationships. So if you feel yourself wrestling, you feel like you're battling thoughts in your mind about maybe your identity, who you are. Why are you always comparing yourself to other people? Why am I always being critical towards others? Why do I feel jealous? Why do I feel anger? Why do I get so upset over the littlest things that should be no big deal? Those are triggers. So when you are constantly wrestling with depression, like, why am I always so depressed? Why do I feel so negative about myself? Why does the world feel like everything's out to get me? Why, all these different things. There's so many aspects. Why do I just feel like I don't have any value, or I don't feel as good enough? Why do I not feel good enough? Why do I feel like people leave me? I just feel abandoned. There's so many different things that we can wrestle with in our hearts and in our minds. Usually our thoughts are the giveaway. So if you fit into any of those categories, why do I struggle with addiction? Why can I not get a handle on this thing that I should be able to get a handle on? It's those kinds of things. Then there is something fragmented and broken in your heart due to some kind of trauma. Um, Trauma can also look like a generational thing that maybe your parents struggled with or your grandparents, and it comes down the line. And here you are. It's this repeated cycle of something that has a grip on you and that has a hold on your life that you just can't get a grip on it. You just can't handle this particular thing. It's like it is controlling you instead of you being in control of it. Or maybe it's your emotions. Your emotions are just constantly up and down and they're all over the place. And you just feel like, I'm not in charge of my emotions, but my emotions are in charge of me. And I don't like it. It doesn't feel right. If you feel trapped into a cycle, there's just so many different things. Trauma can affect us in so many different ways. And I think a lot of times people think, oh, it's not that big a deal. Like, it's not that big a deal. That thing that happened, I was a little kid then. It's so easy to dismiss simple trauma that has an impact on our lives. And maybe you're thinking, yeah, that person hurt me, but I'm over that. I'm over that. That doesn't bother me anymore. I don't feel like I have any hard feelings towards them anymore. But if it's unprocessed and if it's never been dealt with at the place of where it happened, if you were, 10, 15, 18, 25, when that thing happened and you haven't gone back to that place to get restoration, then it's not healed. It's not healed. And you'll continue to walk out your life with that mindset of what happened back then, with that hurt and with that pain. Even if you're 40 years old and you think that I've moved past it, it will be something that will continue to influence your life and your relationships. And so what inner healing is, it's basically inviting Jesus to come into our life, into our brokenness. We're inviting him and the Holy Spirit to come and reveal what area of our lives needs attention. What is that thing that has been left undone, that hasn't been restored? What is that thing that has not been restored? And basically he highlights it, he shows you, he brings it into the light, because whatever's hidden in the dark place and is not exposed to the light is the thing that's not going to ever, it can't be healed if it's in the dark. If we dismiss it, if we push it away, if we push it down, if we act like it's not a big thing, it's not a big deal, then that thing that is hiding in the dark is going to continue to influence your life. And it influences your life because, well, you can't walk in the fullness of who God created you to be if you're constantly battling that thing, whatever that is. So inner healing just allows, it invites Jesus in so that we can discover it together, find out what is that thing that has a hold, that is unhealed, that has a root that needs to come out. And when he does that, it's amazing. It's amazing. He comes, he brings that to the light. And then we unpack all of the things of what did that produce? What has that caused in my life? What negative lens am I seeing life through because of that? What feelings has that produced? What lies have I been rehearsing over and over and over in my mind that have taken me captive? It's uncovering all of those things. And then it's inviting Jesus to come into the places that we've been hurt and broken. It's inviting him to make himself known and show up and show us, where were you when this happened? And allowing him to speak life and truth into the situation that you were once in, that happened to you, that was said to you, that was said about you, the hurt and the brokenness. Jesus comes in and he is the only one who can restore your heart. Like literally, he is the only one that can bring restoration. You can try all of these other things, but they're only coping mechanisms. They aren't going to bring the healing to your heart because only Jesus knows the depths of your heart. He created you. He created your heart. He created, he knows you better than you know yourself. He knows the ins and outs of every thought that you have, of every fear that you have, every doubt that you have, every insecurity that you have. He knows. He knows where it came from. He knows why it's there. And he's the only one that knows how to heal it. So when we invite Jesus in, he does something that no one else can do. No, and it cannot be manufactured. It cannot be replicated. It can't be just like, we're just going to get a lot of goodwill and will it up. That doesn't happen. Jesus is the only one that can do it. And when he brings healing, it's healing that changes and transforms your life. The other step to inner healing that I have found to be very, very crucial is whether you believe it or not, just as Jesus is real, the enemy is real, demonic spirits are real, and they feast on trauma. So when you have encountered trauma and it is unhealed and unresolved, there are unclean spirits that come and attach themselves to you because they are the ones that are telling you the lies and that are keeping you held captive in that place. And so part of inner healing is also deliverance. I don't think it's complete if you don't have both hand in hand working together. And so the other step and the other part of inner healing is getting rid of those unclean spirits that have attached themselves to you, because otherwise they will camp out, they stick around, they want to wreak havoc, they want to do as much damage as they can. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That's his mission in whatever capacity that is. And usually it's in a very discreet way. He wants to disguise his voice as your voice. He wants you to think that that's just you. That's just the way I am. It's just who I've always been. That's just me. When in reality, there are actually demonic spirits behind those voices that are keeping you trapped and keeping you in that place. But Jesus has come to give you life and to give you abundant life. That's what he has come to do. And through restoration, through forgiveness, through just allowing Jesus to reveal his truth to your heart of who you truly are, not who you think you are, not who other people have labeled you to be. He comes and he sets you free. He sets you free. But we do have to also take our authority in Christ and take authority over those demonic spirits, and we have to get rid of them. We have to command them to go. And that's the other piece of inner healing that is so powerful, because there are so many people and so many Christians, I was one of them, and I've been one of them, wondering, why can't I get a handle on this certain thing in my life, that no matter what I do, no matter how many scriptures I read, no matter how much I pray, no matter how much I ask, how come that thing is still there? Why? Why is it still there? And the frustration is real. The frustration is very, very real. I've been there. Why can I not conquer some of these things, these mindsets, and that's where the deliverance aspect comes in. And Jesus has given us all authority over over the enemy, over Satan himself. He has given us all authority, but we have to utilize that authority. We have to appropriate it. We have to step into it. We can't just talk about it and then not do anything about it. We have to actually utilize it. And that's what makes, I feel like makes inner healing ministry so powerful, is because when you partner Jesus and the authority that he gives us, the gifts that he gives us, and you put those things all together, your heart becomes restored and you become set free. And it's amazing. It's an amazing experience. I've walked through it myself, and that's how I know. But I've also had the more than the privilege to just walk through it with so many other people and see how their hearts, the different rooms of their hearts that have been held captive, to see those pieces set free. And it's amazing. But there has to be a willingness. There has to be a willingness. That's the only thing. If you are willing if you are willing and if you are open to allowing Jesus to come in, then there is nothing too big. There is nothing impossible. And it is absolutely freeing and life-giving to experience all of those things falling off of your life that you've been struggling with for years and years and years, maybe since you were just a young child. Yeah, there's just coming to my mind, there's just so many different aspects of captivity and what that looks like, because emotional, spiritual, and physical, they're all different categories of things that can hold you hostage that the enemy uses against you. So if it's something that you would want to experience, or yeah, you know, this is what I say. With inner healing, you expect the unexpected, because when Jesus shows up, he literally does the least expected thing, but it's the most powerful and awesome thing that I could never make up. Nobody can manufacture it. It's just him. It's his goodness. It's his love. It's peace. It's just amazing to have that kind of freedom and restoration. So that's, I guess, all I wanted to share today. I just wanted to give an idea of what inner healing looks like and what it is. But if you have any questions, more questions, or you want to experience it, contact me. And I'd be more than happy to walk through it with you, to answer any questions that you might have. So, all right.